Okay, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is that you're viewing this post. Um, I put up a post. LeBron James won the scoring title the other night from Kareem, who's had it for 30 some odd years, right? And so LeBron, he broke the scoring record. I thought that was great, but when I went on Facebook, man, I mean, they were really destroying this guy for doing what Michael Jordan should have done, right? Let me put this disclaimer out. First of all, I'm a Laker fan from way back when. We're talking Norm Nixon, Jerry West, you know what I mean? These dudes, right? And yeah, I even saw Magic come on the team, followed by Kareem and all that kind of stuff, man. Come on, bro. I'm old school. So I've seen all these players play that we talk about on our Facebook posts, mostly Michael Jordan. But, all these people, I've seen them play. I watch basketball religiously because, of course, I thought I was going to the NBA. That's like every little kid did back then, right? But we couldn't get enough of basketball. Back then, they only showed it on Sundays. Then they started showing it on Saturdays. I never watched college. I wasn't interested in college. So I saw all these guys play this game. But what we have on Facebook mostly, now I'm not talking about you old heads, I'm talking about these young boys come on, they ain't never seen these guys play a game, but they got a list of stats that they throw in your face like they know what they're talking about. Well, see, here's the problem with stats, right? And before I get to this post, here's the problem with stats. Stats can be manipulated and misunderstood, right? Stats are an accumulation of what you've done during that game. Now, the stats don't tell you how you got or accomplished what you did in that game. And there are many role positions in the game, in the mechanics of the game. You get a lot of help from other people. If those people weren't there, you wouldn't have been able to do what you did. But the stats don't show you that. So when these young boys come on talking about, hey, look at his stats, he was all this and all that. I'm like, little one, if you had only seen how he got that, you wouldn't be ranting and raving. Now, I guess, for Michael Jordan, that might not apply. And that's a real iffy might. Because I just read the other day that some things I didn't know about Jordan because I didn't follow him like y'all do, right? I was a Magic man, you know what I mean? Mr. James Worthy and all them dudes, right? He quit. The times that he went away to play another sport, he actually quit because, number one, he wasn't going to have, don't quote me on this coach, because I just read it, I can't really remember. I think it was talking about Phil Jackson wasn't going to coach, and I think I kind of remember something about that. So Jordan retired. One of the 3 times he retired, he quit because he couldn't have his way. He quit. He didn't see no winning in the future. He quit. Period. And that's what the article said. So y'all can go find that argue with him. Don't argue with me. I'm just repeating what this article said, and I halfway believe it. But LeBron James did something that no other NBA player has done since Kareem. Win the NBA scoring title. Now, on this post, I said LeBron James is the NBA scoring champ. Every NBA player, including Michael Jordan or MJ, had their chance and failed. Period. Changed my mind. And the only way you're going to change my mind is doing all this ridiculous stuff about, well, he retired, but if he had played, well, he didn't play. Fact of the matter, he did not. Right? And during the time that, let's just say he did, we don't know what would have happened. He could have got injured. He might, his scoring prowess might have went away and he might have started missing shots. He would have been declining in his age. There's a number of things that could have come up to prevent that. But what was supposed to happen, happened. Michael Jordan didn't win this. Well, he had scoring titles. Okay, well, he did. He had 10 of them. But we're not talking about league scoring titles. We're talking about the NBA scoring title, which is an accumulative of all points scored during your time on the court in every single game. Michael's was tallied. He wasn't there. He didn't score enough points. But he's the GOAT. Well, you can be the GOAT without having a scoring title. You know what I mean? You can be the GOAT on a number of other situations and circumstances. But we're not talking about the GOAT here. I don't particularly agree with you guys on Michael Jordan being the GOAT, and not because LeBron is over him, but there's a slew of other players that came before him that were just as good, if not better. Bernard King is one. And if you want to make the argument, right, Bernard King, his situations and circumstances took him from the game. Let's just say he played a full career. You wouldn't be talking about Michael Jordan. Y'all didn't see them guys play back then. All you do is go to the Sports Center or on Google and get the stats. Then look at some highlight reels. Highlight reels. They show the best possible scenario, right? Well, that's one highlight. You know what I mean? Everybody has a highlight that's on the court. But we just pick and choose Michael. I mean, he was great. Don't get me wrong. I don't particularly care for him. But I'm not going to take away or try to take away anything that he accomplished on the court. Can't do it. Much as I would love to try. I felt the same way about Larry Bird. Could not stand him. Couldn't stand Larry Bird. Nothing he did. And hypocritically, what you guys are saying about Michael Jordan over LeBron, I said about Larry Bird over Magic. You know what I mean? So I'm being a real hypocrite right now, but I learned from my ways. You got to give these guys their due. They work hard at what they do because you don't like them. I don't particularly care for LeBron's game. I think he looks raggedy and out of control, but he gets the job done, no matter what I think. So you got to give him those props. So anyways, a bunch of people jumped on my post. So this is why I'm making this, man. Because I hate to type, man. I can barely see. So I'll give you verbally my answers to your posts and places I didn't answer. Let's see. We got LaDon Teal up first. This is one of my friends I met on Facebook. This is a true MJ trooper. I got to tell you. And he don't play no games, right? He hate LeBron. So anyways, his comment was 4 years later. He had a slew of laughs, right? 4 years later, MJ explained why that didn't matter to him. Or like I posted on Facebook, who cares what MJ thinks? It only matters what Kareem thinks right now, right? Nobody cares about what MJ... Oh, well, I could have did that if I didn't retire. But you did. You knew about the scoring title when you retired. What you didn't know was about LeBron James. That's what you didn't know, right? So anyways, next person was my boy, Wayne Suge Wells, right? Wayne Suge Wells is a Laker fan. That's about the only thing we have in common because he likes the Steelers and I don't, right? So we went at it for a couple of talks, a couple of posts, right? When he started off, what do you say? The first thing, I just had it. Who really cares? Oh man, if you didn't care, why are you commenting on my posts? That's hate. 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 Congratulate the man. He accomplished something. That Michael Jordan couldn't. Right? But my boy, Mr. Wells, went a bit further when he talked about Kareem, being a Laker and team players, comparing Kobe and Magic and all that. And I had to answer him, man, when Magic came on the team, it was big turmoil because he wanted Norm Nixon gone right up the front. And they traded Norm Nixon, who was an excellent guard. Reason why? Magic wanted the ball. Norm Nixon wanted the ball. You know what I mean? Now keep in mind what I said. Magic wanted him traded. The coaches didn't want to trade Norm, but they did to appease Magic. You remember that, brother? I do. Right? And then we got Kobe, who rest in peace, brother. No disrespect intended, but what's real is real. This man thought he was the team. When he started clashing with Shaq and other players, wouldn't pass the ball to players because he didn't think they were good enough to play with him. These are words out of his own mouth. I watched a documentary about him the other day. He said that. He said that. And I think there's a little clip floating around Facebook where he said that. That's not team play. That's all about me on both Magic and Kobe. Right? Kareem had a little drama, but I can't remember what it was. Right? But Kareem ain't got no problems with LeBron breaking his scoring title. He got nothing but kind words and excitement for the man. You guys, on the other hand, however, oh my God. You know what I mean? Then we have, dun, 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 Mr. Sean Caldwell. Man, I ain't going to say too much to Big Bro. That man scares me. Yeah, you do, dude. You do. But anyways, he made a good point after he completely destroyed LeBron. Right? Where's his point? He said, oh, right here. He said, all we got was hate from our parents' generation when it came to hip hop. Let us old 1990s niggas have our moment. We not feeling LeBron, man. Ha ha ha. All right, well, I'll let that go. I feel your hate. I mean, I feel your pain from the hate because y'all got bashed during the 90s. I'm not, I'm not hating on that. But, man, you still hating on LeBron, big bro. For no reason, man. All right, we got, bro, the fact that Michael Jordan won 3 championships, left the game, came back and won 3 championships. Well, he did. There's no doubt that he did. But he still didn't win the NBA scoring title in doing all that. Then the next thing comes out, well, had he not left the game, but he left the game. You can't tell me he didn't understand that that would hurt his chances of being the NBA scoring title leader or champion if he was thinking along those lines. So either he wasn't thinking along the lines or he didn't particularly care, right? Because he had his shot at the NBA champion scoring championship and he failed. He didn't make it. He didn't meet the standard. And that's just plain fact. LeBron didn't do anything devious or secret. He didn't cheat. All he did was got on the court and scored points. That's all you got to do. Now, the obstacles trying to prevent you from scoring points, they come into play. So if he's the scoring leader, he has the most points ever scored in the NBA at this particular point in time. Then he did the job over that defense that came at him, right? That means the man has to have some type of skill. Some type. We can't keep throwing all this stuff out about LeBum and LeCrybaby and all that. Every NBA player that has taken the court has been a crybaby at one point in time during the course of a game. And it's not about crying. We came out about with that, stop crying, man. Stop crying, just that, the other. You know what I mean? To get the other person to stop pleading their case, man. But, some people take it to the extremes. But crybaby just means, man, that the dude is frustrated and he wants what's right to be right and what's wrong to be wrong. We all, ref calls a foul. I ain't foul him. I'm a crybaby. And I'm being a hypocrite again, too, because, I call people crybabies for doing that. They call me crybabies doing that. What I'm trying to say is everybody does it. But you guys say, LeBron takes it to a whole new level. Maybe because he's on a whole new level. I don't know. Maybe because people are really hacking him. Who knows, right? So anyway, then there was another guy, Fox. Brother, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Littleton? Liglico? I don't know, man, how to pronounce your last name. I apologize. But he brought up the fact that MJ had scoring titles. Well, I told him we're not talking about titles, for the year. He scored the most points in that year. Fine, he did 10 times, right? But we're talking about most points since you have been in the NBA, accumulatively, right? That's what we're talking about here. That's the whole, I got to be honest. I did this post, right, knowing that I was going to get a bunch of MJ haters, so I can do exactly this. And we have Mr. Gordon Stover. I know you, homeboy. Jordan didn't play 20 plus years. If he did, he would have smashed the record and would have broken it, and it wouldn't be broke. Well, that's wishful thinking, because I'm quite sure Kareem felt the same way. Nobody could stop the sky hook. You know what I mean? And he scored those points at will. And that's why he's the NBA scoring champion at the time when he got the title. I think he was still playing, wasn't he? Right? When he got the title. Well, he had to be. Wasn't that stupid? But anyway, you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. So, yeah. But the fact of the matter, Brother Stover, he didn't. He did not. He's an afterthought now. The only thing that's keeping him alive are you guys. He's even going off and doing other things, but you guys won't let him die. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. He's all this and all that. Fine. It's over for Jordan. He will never, ever take the court again. He will never, ever score another NBA point. He will never, ever do anything in the NBA other than watch it, unless he decides to buy a team. You know what I mean? So, it's over. Right? And then here's one of the better ones. Right? One of the better ones. Brother Minister Charles Stokes. Now, this man knows reality. He had a really long post, but he covered a lot of things, both pro and con, of the Michael Jordan, LeBron James conversation. I would encourage you to go read it. I'm not going to read it here; it's too long, right? But I would encourage you to go read it because it has a lot of substance and truth. You know why? Because this man actually saw these people play the game. He actually saw both parties play the game. He understands the mechanics of the game, and he understands the differences in the game. Had Michael Jordan continued to play, who knows what would have happened. But he didn't. Period. And LeBron James is now actually playing. Okay? He didn't decide to go on a hiatus and play another sport. His love is right here. Right? He's become a millionaire, billionaire playing basketball. He's become a billionaire playing basketball, sending kids to school, black kids, tuition free, and doing all kind of other stuff, plus being political. Something Michael Jordan never ever thought of doing. He didn't care how many people died over getting his shoes, and y'all still licking that dude's balls. Never mind. That's all I want to say on that, because I could do like 4 or 5 videos on that. But and I have. I've done videos on Michael Jordan, how he turned his back on us. Okay, so. Anyways, then we got Mr. LaDon Teel coming back with memes. He does memes very well. He does memes. He didn't fail because he didn't try. Seriously, brother. He didn't fail because he didn't try. In his own words, he retired early because he could have beat Kareem's record, but it wasn't about points. It was about ships. And Kareem did it with no three-point line. I would think you would appreciate. I would think you would appreciate the no 3-point, but I was wrong. Well, no, brother, you're right. I mean, but the fact of the matter is that dynamic is in the game. You know what I mean? They took out hand checking and all that. They don't call fouls no more. You know, and nobody plays defense no more in the NBA. Everybody watches people drive to the hole and throw up a move. So what are we going to say about that? What are you going to say when Steph Curry breaks the record? And he will, if he doesn't get injured, he will break the record if he continues to play. It's nothing but 3 points. You going to tell him it's not real? It's in the game, dude. We might not like all the stuff that goes in the games. Lord knows I don't. But it's in there. What are you going to do? These guys have the luxury of shooting a 3-pointer. Now, don't sit here and act like that's all LeBron James does, because the lion's share of his time on the court is driving to the hole and destroying your team. You know that, and I know that, and you know that's fact. That man don't live on no 3-point line. So why would you even say that? I bet you he doesn't have over, what, 1,000 points in three-pointers. I'll bet you that. The rest of his points come from the hole, bro. 2-point shots. You know, that Lions work that needs to happen on the court for your team to win. And keep in mind, it's a team because, you know, if the team loses, LeBron didn't lose by himself. There are other people playing. They have jobs and responsibility. When Michael Jordan won, he didn't win by himself. When Larry Bird won, when Magic Johnson won, when Kareem won, they didn't win by themselves. And the Lakers are a showboat about that, lack of better words, man, because they boasted about they were a team. They played team ball. And still during that team ball, those superstars that stood out because their skill made them stand out. Magic fed the ball to everybody. He didn't care who you was. If you was open, you got the ball. Now what you did with it was a different story. It's out of Magic's hand. But he got the assist if you made the basket. Right? So, you know, you got to look at the mechanics of the game, man. You know what I mean? The guy just said that Jordan wouldn't be nothing without Pippen. There's merit to that. Pippen wasn't no joke. He was a gigantic threat that needed to be covered, which took a lot of weight off Jordan. Y'all can't say Pippen didn't have no effect. Pippen had great effect on that team. And then Kerr from the outside. Come on, man. No, I'm not going to talk about Dennis. Forget him. They could have got somebody else to rebound. He was good at rebounding, man, but that's all he did. He brought nothing else to the game besides his drag queen crap. I wasn't interested in him. And I don't think he's great for what he did like everybody does. You know what I mean? I really don't. So, you know, and so this is, there's more people on my post, but I just thought I'd post about these. Brother Sean Caldwell, don't you come after me, man. Look, man, all jokes aside, look, man, I'm not a LeBron fan in the way I am Magic and Kareem and Mr. Worthy and Willis Reed and Dave DeBusschere and Walt Clyde Frazier and Earl of Pearl Monroe and all these guys, right, who should be in the conversation for some of this stuff, but you guys just ignore them like they never played. You understand? I think we should start showing the brother a little bit more respect because of what he does on and off the court. Michael Jordan can't hold a candle to him off the court. You know it and I do. So, you know, a lot of that reflects on you, on who you choose to idolize. You know, if you just choose to idolize some idiot that does nothing, want to do nothing but make, you know, score points, don't care about his people. You know what I mean? Don't even care about his damn family. If you want to get into the conspiracy theories about that dude. You understand? Self-centered, man. No, I don't put people like that on a pedestal. I don't like them. So I don't like Michael Jordan whatsoever. But that's not going to cloud my decision on whether or not he's the GOAT. Excuse me. I've seen him play. I've seen him play throughout his career. But I've also seen other people play who were much better. Their situation circumstances didn't allow them to be the superstar in the team because they played team ball. You understand? Well, he ain't the GOAT. You want to know a straight up fact? I'm getting ready to end this. A straight up fact is that there are people playing at the Rucker tournament that are better than anybody in the NBA, including Jordan. The NBA isn't the standard in which we say who's the best in the world, although we do. The best in the world, they have situations and circumstances that won't allow them to play on that level. Some of them in jail, some of them got killed. That Jordan wouldn't be able to do nothing with. Y'all need to watch your mouth on some stuff, man. But then again, you're right. When it comes to the NBA and this type of ball, Jordan is the force to be reckoned with by everybody. Let's take his ass over to the Rucker and see what happens. Deuces.